Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to be making some more fabric flowers because now I have the fabric flower bug. I'm addicted. First of all, I want to say it's always in the prep work when it comes to creating videos in a timely manner. So on this one I did a video. You probably saw this already because this is the exact same day, but these videos will not be released on the same day. And it took me about 16 minutes to get this all together and completed because I did step by step, and we did that one on that video as well. But for this one, what I've done is I've already cut out the fabric. I got the glue gun heated up, I got the needle threaded, and all I gotta do is do some running stitches, connect, glue, and go. And that's what we're gonna do. The only thing I didn't do a good job of was picking out some buttons. I think I'll just have to go to Hobby Lobby and grab some. I'm a button fanatic, but these buttons I got from Joann Fabric, and as you can see, most of the time you only get a few cute buttons, and this button is really not that cute, but I think it looks good in the center of that flower. I saw this in the bag, and I saw this in a few anchors, and that's why I grabbed it, but I can guarantee you that this is probably the only one that's in here. Excuse my voice, it is deciding to take a run for it. I don't know where it's going because I need my voice. So hopefully it comes back. Anyway, like I was saying, I didn't do a good job in picking out buttons, so we'll just put those to the side. We'll create all our running stitches, and then we will grab the buttons as needed. But I want to have, you know, pretty decent big size buttons versus small buttons. Even though this is a cute one, I just don't think it would go good for that flower. And let's get started. I don't even know how many things I cut, but I cut a few of it. I plan on probably not today. And if you notice, like right here, you see how this one is not as scalloped as this one right here. So you need to be very aware of how you're going to do your scalloping. I'm going to go back and make some deeper cuts, and I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't cut all of them down. This is the first one I grabbed and realized I need to cut them. I cut a few of them, but I just want to see what I have done to this. So we're going to go another running stitch, and I'm not sure, well, I guess I will do all of them on camera, all the flowers. So this video will probably be a little bit long. Hopefully I don't have to string them together. Hopefully I can get this done in 33 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's just hope. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why. And in this one I am going to probably, you can't even see what the heck I'm doing, can you? Probably glue the edges together versus sewing the edges together. I'll try to put up a pop-up so you can see the original, my original video, and in that original video I have linked the people that I got these techniques from, and I've just made them my own. So I watched their videos and created my own type of idea of how I want my flower to look. Alright, so I've been sitting here a while, not really making videos, kind of making videos and then scrapping them. So my back is a little bit on the painful side. So I just put a strip of glue right there, not a lot, because I really didn't feel like burning myself, to be honest with you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here and pull the string a little, and I'm going to work the fabric. And see, that is the one thing about your petals. I'm going to just go in and kind of make them look like petals. So you want to make sure that you cut your flowers pretty good to make your shabbiness. I know some, I've seen, I haven't watched the videos, but I've seen some really shabby chic flowers. They kind of look tattered, but they're beautiful. And my idea of shabby chic is probably not the real shabby chic. So I just pulled this thread, even though I double knotted it. I did pull the thread through too much, so let me fix that and I'll come right back. Okay, so two things you need to be aware of is that this needle is ginormous and this thread is not. So make sure your needles fit the thread. Make sure your thread and needles are complementary of each other and they're not going against what you're trying to do. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find the two ends, because I am weird like that. I'm going to sew it together and then I'm going to glue it, because I want it to stay. I want it to stay together forever, or until the recipient chooses otherwise. She may want to pull it apart and do something else with it, but when she receives it, it will definitely be a flower that is put together and not, she's going to have to work for it to tear it apart, that's for sure. Here we are again with this glue gun. It's all in the prep work and I still am struggling. Oh, that's too much glue, but that's okay. I needed a little dab of Do Ya, and that's when you should get your fabric tack. I probably will end up using the embellishment glue. I think it works on fabric. I don't even know where it's at right now, but we're gonna see. And there we are. It is together. Let's move on to the next one. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to put another stitch in. And so what I want to do is get all of them stitched up first. So yay, here we go. I want to get all of them stitched up first, and then attach them to each other. Whenever I do a stitching that I want to save without putting another knot, I just kind of put the needle in between the thread and make it a stitch like that. So now I'm just going to cut that, and then I'm going to come back in and take these two and knot them together if I can. These fingernails are helpful in some crafts projects, and then others not so much. It should be fine, but I want to make sure it's fine. There we go, and here we are. All right, and here it is. And so what we're going to do is just put this on top like that. So we got another one. Let's go ahead and tie the knot here. So if you didn't have any problems with your thread or anything like that, I think it'd probably take maybe 5 minutes to stitch one flower. Maybe 1 minute, about 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and do this one. And I did not measure these out. I just guesstimated that they're about a ½ inch in width, and length I probably will say they're almost between, I think they're about, let's see, 8 inches. Some of them are a little bit longer. Again, I was not concerned about any of that. I just wanted to do it. So just keep that in mind when you are creating your projects. It's really about you. Now, if you're doing some type of challenge where the challenge rules are your fabric flowers will be this diameter once complete, or you have to use this amount of fabric or whatever, then you want to be very aware of that when you are creating your projects so that you can comply with the challenge rules. I tend to the challenges that I've done, I don't think I've ever truly complied to all of the regulations that they've done. I stuck close to them, but I would say I walked a fine line. And here we are again. And that one looks extremely shabby, huh? So I'm going to do the same thing again. Stitch these two together. And I'm going to go behind in the back, so it's the back that's being stitched together. Like that. And into this one, because I want it to stitch on top. Just like that. And there we are. A little bit of pulling, tugging. Making it ours. This little petal is sick, you see? Oh man, Winter got it. Brandy didn't cut it properly. That's what happened. So now we're going to turn this over. And one more stitch for good measure. Right, the rule in, I guess anything when you're cutting is measure twice, cut once. I can measure 1,000 times and I'm still going to end up cutting about 99 times. Yep, that's just how my luck is sometimes when it comes to cutting. And I'm going to trust this time because I did it. I'm going to glue this with this glue. Alright, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. I want to always start from behind the pattern or the color or the fabric that you'll see versus starting on top of that. So I want to start and end behind the fabric. And this is pretty simple. It's just a plain in and out running stitches with, I guess, seamstress or people that so call it. I never knew the name of it until recently. If you do decide to look up this on how to make it, yeah, that was smart. I didn't put a knot in there. Way to go, Brandy. Good job, girl. Good job. I will not bore you all with that re-stitching, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause the camera. Okay, so if you want to do a lazy running stitch, I'm going to show you that really quickly. You take your fabric and you fold it over as small as you would like the running stitch to be. I do not know how some of you ladies craft standing up. My back is killing me and I'm sitting down. I can only imagine how my legs and back would be if I was standing up. So you want to make sure you keep your fabric straight where you're going to be putting your needle through. And you know, if you're going to do it this lazy way, you might as well go ahead and put the needle and thread through, because the same amount of time it took to do that, you probably could take the same amount of time to do it the proper way. So we're going to go from right on the outside, of course, behind, and push it through. Your running stitch is done. I guess it's not really a lazy way, it's just a quicker way to do it. You have less control over where you're actually putting your stitches though, if you do it this way. So now, you know, I'm just fluffing it out some to make it resemble a flower. And I'm going to take this stitch, even though it's at the very end, I'm going to take it. I don't know why I want to take it like that. I'm going to take it like this. Let me cut this off because it's bugging me. Bugging me. Okay. I think we're doing better this time around, maybe. I don't know, than last time. But I'm going to post both of them. They won't be the same day, like this will be the, you know, the second portion of it. And I'm going to put this on top like that. Spread out just a little. And put it on top right here. And since it's on top, I want to go through to put it behind. That's why I'm doing it that way. Okay. And you pull it through. And right here, what happens, what should happen if you do it properly, is when you put that stitch in to connect the two edges together. These frayed ends are bugging me too. When you pull it, you see how it cinches in the flower all together, which is a great thing if you want it cinched in a little bit more. And there you have it. Something's going on with my wet glue, so I'm going to go ahead and use this glue gun so I don't lose all of my marbles messing around with these flowers. Just going to put a little dab. It's already leaking out. It's ready to fire at will. So I just need to be careful. I don't want to come out. There we go. A little dab. And I'm going to carefully, without burning myself, hopefully, put it on top. And there we have it. And I'm going to fluff it out a little bit. Still got me. Not bad, but it got me. This glue gun is beating me up today. Crafters have been injured. You know, I haven't made a wreath this entire holiday season. Hopefully you see this before the holidays is over. If not, it's the new year. And I had a lot of videos saved up. But as I make this video, it's December. Are we in the double digits yet? I don't know. I'm really bad with dates. I think we're almost at the double digits though. I'm just going to go back through one more time just to make sure it's very secure and pull this through. Just like that. And I'm not stitching anything on this second. I'm just securing the knot a little bit better. There we have it. Snip. Come on. Alright. There we are. The good thing about these flowers is they don't have to be perfect, but they do have to have some semblance of a flower. So I'm not just tying the knot on the thread again, because I didn't do that the first time. I was trying to make these in real time without pausing the video too much. I didn't want to make a super duper long video, so we only have 2, so we're going to try to do 3 to go in. Sometimes prep work still doesn't always get you what your end goal is. It doesn't get you what you really want, which is a whole bunch of things in a few minutes. Maybe that's just me. I am definitely not a lazy crafter when it comes to some things, and other things I'm definitely a lazy crafter. Like if I stamp out a lot of images and I don't have the complementary die sets to go with it, I'm like, I don't want to stamp it out and cut it. I'll just leave it like it is. I honestly didn't know that, and it's going to sound real crazy, a lot of stamp sets had die sets to go with it until recently. You know, the end of last year. I never knew it was that serious in a in the community of paper crafting. I did not know the widespreadness of paper crafting either. I'm going to put this on there like that, tuck this down. We're going to go ahead and glue this on. I think that I'm okay with using a glue gun right-handed because I shoot right-handed. Not that y'all need to know that, but yeah. Yeah, I shoot right-handed most of the time at least. So now we're going to just go ahead and pull these, cinch it up a little bit, and then sew these together, and we'll move on to the next one. Yay! And if you've done it right, you can cinch when you connect. I have another fabric craft that I want to try, which is taking your ribbon pieces and sewing those together, but I think that's a lot of prep work. I've seen where the Pinterest where you have to cut all these pieces, sew them together, and then sew again. So I'm going to have to actually do some more research on that. So I was watching how to make flowers, fabric flowers, before I started, and I came over here and sat down, and now it's on metal flower making. That is not what I put in the search, but that is what the search is giving me, which I'm not really paying attention. As I've told you all before, I cannot watch TV and craft. I can listen to it and craft, but if it's something interesting I want to listen to and see, I have to look up. I try to focus on the craft that I'm making because I don't want it to turn out to be rubbish. I am reading a book called Not Guilty. It was gifted to me by the Wizards, and it's not a slow read, but it's a slow read when you have a little one that wants to dominate your time. But I didn't want to read the book today. Even though I did want to read the book today, I wanted to craft more. So here we go again. I like these scissors. These scissors are in the Paper Studio section. Hobby Lobby in the fabric section. You know, they also have Paper Studio scissors in the other parts of Hobby Lobby if you go there. They have scissors in the paper crafting section. They have scissors in the jewelry section. They probably have scissors in the floral area. I don't frequent the floral area that much. I do go to the bridal section to see what they have, because sometimes they'll have, I think it's called His and Her. They'll have His and Her ribbon on sale, or they'll have His and Her bling on sale, and it won't be on sale in the other parts of the store. So I've expanded my search from yarn to beading to paper crafting to fabric and to the bridal section. And I rarely go into seasonal until after the season is over, but I rarely go into it. So here we are with this, and we're going to connect it. Hopefully you all are finding this to be, if not anything else, entertaining. I'm going to apply this glue right here. Oh, too much. We'll make it work. We will make it work though. Alright. And honestly, the stitching it together, if you have hot glued it, is probably overkill, but I guess that's my thing. I want it to stay together, so that's how I'll do it. I'm not sure if you can actually, I got glue on this one, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain to actually cinch up. But I'm not sure if there's a glue where you can glue a flower like this together. It probably is, but I am not going to try that at all. So I'm just doing a little double knot and cutting. Alright, so we have 1, 2, oh, we have plenty to make some flowers, so let's go ahead and do that because we're getting close to that 30-minute marker. And so some of these flowers need help, so I'm going to have to work on my upside down U. So we got 2, 4, 6, 7. So we can put one to the side, and we'll just put this one to the side, and we'll do this one right here on top of here. This is the one with the big glob of glue on it. So I like to, whenever I do create things that have partners, I like to partner them up first. And then go from there. And these are almost the exact same size. So let's see. Yeah, we'll do that one. And now we're going to put these on the right side, and we're going to find some buttons. Like, see, I don't really like that at all. This looks not great to me. And of course it's not all together, but I don't like it. I really like this button, that center button, and this looks like a snow button. So it looks okay. This is some horrible cutting, Brandy. Yep, I know. Horrible cutting. Let's see. I really like these little diamond-like flower. Let's see. So we'll do that one. And then the last piece, we'll do this one right here, on here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and apply the glue onto the back of the top flower that we're going to be assembling. Please be careful, because as you know, I left a little opening right there, so you have to be careful of that, or at least be aware that you have an opening on your flower. And then you just apply it down. And the good thing about the fabric over paper, in my opinion, it kind of is meant to take on a little bit of more beading than paper. So it kind of adheres better. And now I'm going to apply a whole bunch, a big old heaping amount. I'm going to apply this right on top of there. I'm going to apply some pressure to make sure it sticks, and we'll go on to the next one and get rid of these spider webs. Okay. So now we're going on to this one. And this one is the loosey-goosey one, so we just got to be careful, aware that it's not that well put together. And when you make an error, you could do a few things. You could scrap your project and get mad at yourself. You can start over. You can unsew it, or you can just adapt and overcome. And that's what we have chosen to do today with this not so pretty piece, because we're going to use this big button, and no one will ever know that I screwed up besides everyone that watches this video and myself. Alright, and there we go. We're not putting anything on the backs because I don't have anything to go on the back, but you are more than welcome to put something on your back so it doesn't do this seep through. Hot tamale. Yep, it was hot. All right, and I hate when the glue gets on my mats. All right, here we go. I think we're gonna make it past to our 33-minute mark. I think we're gonna beat the clock, beat the buzzer. I hope so. I don't want to string together a 33-minute video and a 15-second video, but I will if I have to. All right, the glue gun is kaput on me. It's running out of glue stick to push down. So I'm gonna apply that gingerly because it's not all on. That's okay. We're gonna still make it happen. And then we're gonna apply glue right here in the middle. We're gonna apply this pretty little button right there. And that little button's gonna hold it all together for us. See? Yeah. And I burnt my finger again. These buttons transfer heat really well. So this is what we've created in this time. We cut some pieces up. And we made 3. We sewed and we made some flowers. So these are all works in progress. Well, they're complete, but I can only get better from all my mistakes that I've made. So I want to say thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this flower making video. Happy crafting.